G is on fire. What a match. Bloods and sweats, tears, semen. Lots of
Look, it was a great game at Soccer City. USA, managed by Vogi Vogbomohor, taking on Germany, the J-Robo. Look, full deserved 3 points. They've obviously scored quite a few goals. I'm not too sure about his after-game comments. Obviously, there's some arrogance and cockiness about how he feels the team's going to go in this tournament.
I call it extreme confidence.
Alrighty, Buster. But look, while he's doing his action on the pitch, then he can keep talking the talk.
He did take out the favourites for the competition, so he's entitled to a bit of arrogance, but it was a bit too much, and he has made himself a target now, I think.
Yeah, well, you have to remember that Germany being favourites was billed by Vogi Vogbomohor, so whether they are the actual favourites, is another conversation. Let's move on to
the group table.
The group table.
Let's crank that. Group G. What a group. It was named the Group of Death, and to be honest, it hasn't lived up to expectations. Germany very comfortable with how they felt going into the match, because they've only got a match left against Mexico, which they feel will decimate them. So they feel they're safe. Denmark have a huge match against the United States left, and the United States still have to play Mexico. So a few games left, 3 actually. And they will determine the course, but the favourites have to be United States and Germany at the moment.
Interesting tables. I'm sure they're going to develop over the coming weeks and become very interesting. But now, it's what everyone's been waiting for. It's that time of the week. Nope, this is Red Cordial, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the Game of the Week! Okay, Cool. New Zealand versus Ivory Coast in our Game of the Week. Let's just get straight to it. Before the game, predictions, Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast by a mile. It was a landslide.
A small yet enthusiastic, slightly fragile crowd enjoyed what turned out to be
the tensest game I have ever seen of FIFA football, bar none!
Yeah, I mean, I thought my abs were tense, and then I watched this game, and you know what? They don't compare.
They certainly don't. Let's just go to the video package and show you what it's all about.
Well, to be honest, the name's New Zealand, but the style of play is pretty old, if you know what I mean. By old, I mean terrible. Looking for double digits, and to go to the top of the table with a very good goal difference.
Oh, I don't know. It's a new format, the old FIFA World Cup. I've never played it before, but we'll give it a go. Just have a good kickabout. I do love a kickabout. I don't need to win, but you got to be in it to win it.
Well, in this week's Game of the Week, babyface Glenn Bryant took on sheep farmer Edward Raisin. New Zealand versus the Ivory Coast. Both teams, their first match of the World Cup tournament. New Zealand, well, who knows who any of their players are, and Drogba starting up front for Ivory Coast. It was Ivory Coast who did kick us off, and well, it was almost a goal just inside the first minute as Drogba steamed forward, but there was just nobody to catch up with him, and in the end, the New Zealand defence cleared quite well. New Zealand attempted a counter-attack, but were just caught offside. New Zealand not happy with the decision as the mountain cross came in and a shot that just went wide. Edward Raisin there giving hell to the referee, but they continued going, and to be fair, it could have been 1-0 New Zealand with a great stop there by the Ivory Coast keeper, but it was back and forth, and here we have Ivory Coast going down in the penalty area. A penalty for Ivory Coast. Everybody thought it would be 1-0 Ivory Coast, but a miss by Didier Drogba, and the managers were absolutely appalled. They could not believe that Didier Drogba had missed. He had a chance to make amends for his earlier mistake. The shot well bundled by the New Zealand keeper and narrowly going wide. New Zealand also had their chances as this ball came flying into the box, but it was the opportunity from outside the area that just whiskered wide. Again Drogba, and again the New Zealand defence just scrummaging the ball clear, and this game really was backwards and forwards. Here New Zealand with another chance, well saved by the Ivory Coast keeper. This was probably the chance of the game as Ivory Coast battled the midfield. They finally got it clear, just off the post by Didier Drogba, and well saved by the New Zealand keeper at the end. New Zealand again coming backwards and narrowly wide. This game really was going to go either way. The deadlock was to be broken, but by who? Not New Zealand, as they hit the crossbar from, well, about 10 yards out and almost an open goal. New Zealand certainly had their chances, and as the game went on, they applied severe amounts of pressure. They've hit the crossbar again there. And, well, it was really heartbreak for New Zealand as Didier Drogba found himself with all the time in the world to poke it through to make it one goal. Goal, 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 goal. Didier Drogba scoring the goal that would win Ivory Coast the game, would win Ivory Coast the plaudits, and well, New Zealand certainly had their chance right at the death to make it 1-1, but really it wrapped up their afternoon. A lot of shots, 0 goals, and well, Ivory Coast will sit comfortable at the top of the table.
Yeah, well, that was our game plan going into it, just to conserve the energy of Vietnam right at the end, give them the kill blow with the Drogba machine. Bit of action on our part, pretending that we couldn't get those passes, but there's no doubt about the result.
Obviously, absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. You know, you work so hard and all the prep you've done over the weeks, and you play a good game and you don't manage to get your names on the score sheet. It's just absolutely devastating. I think in the end what won it for Ivory Coast was just the speed of all the players. You know, they grow up running around, getting chased by a rhinoceros, so when it comes to these New Zealand boys, you know, they just don't have the speed.
Look, right man, right moment. Didier Drogba has done absolutely brilliant.
He's gained himself a few new enemies, I'll tell you that.
Oh, most definitely.
And, well, quickly before we leave, let's have a look at the table in Group C.
As we see here, Ivory Coast sitting on top of the group, not quite as comfortable as some would be expecting. As you see that, the goal difference, and coming up against a New Zealand team who a lot of people would assumed that they would have, you know, really got their qualifying campaign off to a big start. This group's far from over. Honduras and Australia both got great coaches, and Group C, the C stands for cauliflower, because cauliflowers are dangerous, and this group is very dangerous.
And I'm sure that the managers of Honduras and Australia will be watching that match, watching that footage, and seeing exactly what manager Raisin did to really break apart Ivory Coast's plan and really dominate the match. If they had the finishing, they would have had the match.
Most definitely. Look, guys, it's been a great week in the BBGT World Cup.
Thanks for joining us again, and keep subscribing on Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jeremiah. This is
Buster Douglas.
we're going to go to head to the editing studio
And we'll leave you with some of our favourite goals of the week. See you next time, guys.
bye.